Anastasia
Bring you your morning news.
on Morning announcements.
Yeah, morning news.
And morning announcements on W News.
Today is September 4th, 2013, a day. Please stand for our pledge and our code of conduct. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community. Please be seated. Now let's find out what happened on this date in history.
Here's a look at this day in history. September 4th.
The switch went on in 1881 when Thomas Edison supplied electricity to the first customers of the Edison Electric Illuminating Company in New York City. Today in 1888, George Eastman patented his roll film camera and registered the trademark Kodak.
This is the first coast-to-coast television broadcast in history.
In 1951, President Truman made the first live coast-to-coast television broadcast from a peace conference in San Francisco. And on this day in 1886, the mighty Geronimo gave up the fight. For 30 years, Geronimo had battled to protect his people's homeland. But by 1886, the Apaches were exhausted, hopelessly outnumbered. General Nelson Miles accepted his surrender, making Geronimo the last Indian warrior to formally give in to U.S. forces. And that's this day in history.
Today's
Today's math problem is 8 times 2 divided by 4 plus 16 divided by 2 equals what? Be sure to let your math teacher know if you can solve it. And now here's our word of the day.
The word of the day is adjacent. When you look at the map of Maryland, you can see that Dundalk is adjacent to Baltimore City. The word of the day is adjacent.
And now here's a public service announcement.
This is a reminder from the Physical Education Department that students will begin dressing for class on Monday, September 9th. Students, please remember to bring in your uniforms and put it in your gym lockers during class. Students will not be permitted into the locker room outside of class time. Thank you. And now for some words of wisdom.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Anastasia with a few words of wisdom. Anybody notice how greedy we human beings can be? It's interesting that greed and hunger are synonymous. In other words, they have a similar meaning. So the question is, what are we humans beings so hungry for? Lao Tzu, ancient Chinese teacher, said, "There is no greater disaster than greed." The Japanese say it this way: "He who knows not when he has enough is poor." So here are some words of wisdom for those with a dangerous appetite. The fastest way to heal greed is with gratitude. When we count our blessings, when we focus on what we have instead of what we don't have, gratitude replaces greed. With something to think about, this is Anastasia. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.
Now here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Dundalk Middle School. I first would like to thank our parents who came out to support our PTSA yesterday for our first September meeting. Another reminder that yesterday all students did receive newsletters, and hopefully they all made it home. The newsletter will also be uploaded on our Edline website. And students, please make sure that you go over the important information and the dates on the newsletter regarding events coming up in the month of September. Also want to thank, at this time, we had a bus evacuation this morning. I would like to thank Mr. Muffaletto, Mr. Wagner, and all the students who are bus riders who did an outstanding job on your first bus evacuation. So thank you to all for taking that bus evacuation very seriously. I also want to thank all of our students and our parents and supporters of Dundalk Middle School who shop at Target. This morning I received a check for $45 that will be deposited into our school account to support our students at Dundalk Middle School. And I want to just remind all staff and let all students know to inform your parents that every time you shop at the store Target, Target does donate money. Again, if you sign up for a Dundalk Middle School card, then once again they will support Dundalk Middle School and give us a check. Again, every year Target gives away up to $1 billion. Again, up to $1 billion is given away to schools for parents and students and community members and staff, again, to use Target cards and make sure they put down Dundalk Middle School under the community relations and under the school card. So Target's wishing us a successful year. It's their Take Charge of Education program, and again, we earned $46, and it will go into our school account that will be turned around to support and help students. So thank you to all of our supporters using a Target card. I want to also remind students about the importance of demonstrating outstanding attendance. Last week we had a great week for attendance. Friday the attendance did dip a little bit. Again, the expectation is we want to make sure every student comes to school. High-performing schools have a 96 to 97% attendance rate. The state standard requires that we're at 94. Last week, we were close to that 96% rate. So again, the emphasis is on all students coming to school every day, demonstrating outstanding attendance, coming to school with a positive attitude, and applying yourself. And as Team DMS, we will do whatever it takes to ensure success for all. That includes in school. That includes to make sure that you become globally competitive students, and most importantly, in life. I want to also remind students of the high expectations we have at Dundalk Middle School. Yesterday, there were some students who did not make good choices that were SR squared, and as a result, those students are going to be missing some time from school. So again, we have high expectations for all of our students, and we want to make sure every child in this building receives a high-quality education in a positive and safe learning environment. So make it a great day. Now back to Jasper and Anastasia.
This is Jasper
And Anastasia.
telling you to stay classy, Dundalk Middle School.